If you've ever thought, why does this feel so much more complex and harder than typical financial planning? You're not crazy. Because for families with loved ones with special needs, the goal is not just build wealth. The goal is to build a life, protect supports, and make it all hold up for decades to come. Hi, I'm Jeff Llewellyn. I'm a financial planner at Rockwood Wealth Management, and I'm the practice lead for our special needs planning team, where we serve a select number of families nationwide. But I'm also a dad to an adult daughter who is medically complex, including level 2 autism spectrum disorder. So this is personal for me, not theoretical and not just a day job. Today, I want to explain clearly why typical financial advice doesn't always fit our community and what makes disability planning its own discipline. Here are 6 big differences. Difference number 1, benefits can change the rules of the entire plan. In a traditional financial plan, you're usually trying to grow assets and income while taking the appropriate level of risk given your goals. However, in special needs planning, sometimes growing assets the wrong way can create a new problem because many programs are means tested. So the question is not just how do we save more, it's how do we save in a way that doesn't accidentally disqualify our loved ones from the support that they may need. That means you have to understand the difference between good money and countable money. And you have to plan for the reality that a small administrative mistake, such as reporting, renewals, or an overpayment, can create big stress and huge problems for the plan. This is why benefits literacy is not optional in this niche. It's foundational. Difference number 2, healthcare is often the most valuable asset, not the investment portfolio. For many families, Medicaid and Medicaid state waiver services are not just a nice to have, they're life-changing. So when people ask, why are you so careful about government benefit eligibility? Here's the answer. Because for some families, the financial plan is really a healthcare access plan with money wrapped around it. That changes how we think about income, about savings, housing, and employment. It also changes your risk because losing coverage, even briefly, can have consequences that a typical plan never has to consider. Difference number 3, cash flow is more complex and often more volatile. You see, families who have loved ones with disabilities frequently have therapies, equipment, transportation, home modifications, private support when public support is not available, and unpredictable medical expenses. And sometimes caregiving affects earnings. A parent goes part-time, turns down promotion, or leaves the workforce entirely to care for their loved one. So the financial plan has to be built around real cash flow, not averages, not ideal budgets, real life, not theory. Difference number 4, estate planning is not a side note or just good financial hygiene. It's a key area of risk. In most households, estate planning is important, but it's not urgent until it is. In the world of planning for a loved one with disability, estate planning can create or destroy eligibility for your loved one. So we have to think about special needs trusts, able accounts, beneficiary designations, titling, who is on the team and who has decision-making authority. Because here's the common tragedy. A loving family member leaves an inheritance directly, and it causes a benefits and supports crisis. Good intentions, bad mechanics. And this is why we teach families, you don't want random money movements, you want coordinated money movements. Difference number 5, the time horizon is longer and success is not optional. Most typical financial plans are built around retirement. Disability plan is often built around lifetime support beyond the lifetime of the caregiver, typically the parent. So we ask different questions. Who steps in when you can't? Who understands the routines? Who knows the benefits rules? Who can advocate? Who has the authority to act? Who can manage the money responsibly and compassionately? This is why disability planning is really two plans. The plan for today and the plan for when you're not the one running it. That's not fear, that's love with structure. Difference number 6, coordination matters more than product or investment selection. In traditional planning, people can get obsessed with the right account, the right investment, which strategy is going to maximize wealth. But in disability planning, the biggest wins often come from coordination, not selection. Coordination between benefits and estate planning, coordination between care teams and financial reality, coordination between family members, trustees, and advocates, coordination across life stages, school, transition to adulthood, and beyond. So yes, investments matter. We have to get that just right. Tax planning matters. Insurance matters. But in this special world, the difference between okay and secure is often whether the pieces work together. Now, let me summarize this in one sentence. Financial planning for a loved one with a disability is different because you're not just planning for money. You're planning for a life, a system of supports, and a long, long time horizon with rules that can punish simple administrative mistakes. And here's the encouraging part. When you understand these differences, you stop feeling like you're failing and you start seeing a path forward. So in my next video, I'm going to cover the most common mistakes that families make, not to judge, but to save you time, stress, and avoidable detours. I'm Jeff Llewellyn, the practice lead for our special needs planning team at Rockwood Wealth Management. If this was helpful, please share and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.